Hello everyone. All right, so if you have missed the last class, taking notes class, you must say that because that will going to help you in this one. So now we're going to learn how to start your writing. You will always going to have four paragraphs. You'll always going to have four paragraphs. Number one, introduction, and then body one, and then body two, and then finally your conclusion. So your all the body paragraph will going to have a theme, will have a view, what you need to cover, what you don't need to cover. Sometimes some people will going to provide third paragraph. It's all right if you want to provide that, it's okay, but I suggest two paragraph. It's easy, it's really achievable, and very good to understand. So let's go. First thing first, introduction. In the first sentence of the introductions, you can have three sentences in the introduction, you can have two sentences. I suggest if you can write very good two sentences, that enough. First, say rewrite the question in your own way. The first sentence should be paraphrasing, but the problem with the paraphrasing, when students do the paraphrasing, what they do, they have the intention to change all the words. First, say they will going to change the words in, they will going to change the word many, they will going to change the word, okay, it is in, okay, in, many, okay, numerous, countries, okay, nations, nowadays, okay, recent times. I think this is a very difficult thing to do, because in the time of exam, your neuron, your brain will not work properly. Think about it. You will going to take the IELTS writing test 2 after a hectic listening and a reading test, so your brain will not work properly. Right now your brain is working because maybe you have taken a lot of rest before that, but in the time of writing your writing test 2 in the exam, it will not going to be the same. Your brain will be tired in that time. You need to understand, you will not be able to just remember instantly everything. So try to use your natural capability rather than just trying to remember something. First step, in many countries nowadays, consumer can go to a supermarket and buy food produce all over the world. So this is one way of reading. There is another way of reading. Let me show you that. In many countries, okay, in many countries means not all over the world, means a lot of countries in the world, right? So you can now understand, okay, a lot of countries in the world. So you take the notes, okay, a lot of countries in the world, not all, nor like one or two. We need to talk about a lot of countries in the world, okay, and we also need to talk about the recent times. So these are the notes you are taking. Consumers, okay, they're talking about us, right? Consumers means people. So people can go to, or can go to means it's not mandatory, okay, means there is a possibility out there. So possibility for the people, right? Possibility for the people, okay, possibility for the people, possibility for what? To go, acha, okay, all right. Visit, to visit, okay, to visit, where? To visit supermarket, okay, supermarket. Visit the market, where you can find almost everything called supermarket in many areas of the world. See, many areas of the world called supermarket in many areas of the world, okay. And buy food produce all over the world. What kind of fruits, okay, products. So products with international level, right? Product with international level, done. So that's how you make the plan, and whatever you thought, now you made the sentence and just write it down. If you just need to or try to just find out the synonym for all the word, it is very difficult. But if you just try to understand what they are saying and try to understand in your own way how you are understanding it, and just write it down there, your first sentence is done. It's very important so that your writing will be very natural. That's first sentence. Second sentence, introduce your bodies, means what you will going to do, that you need to mention. If you agree, then you say I will agree. If you disagree, you say I will disagree. If you discuss both views, you say I will discuss both views. But there is a better way of saying that. First step here, let me show you one writing of a student, not mine. For here, first say this is a question. In the future, all cars, buses and trucks will be driverless. The only people traveling inside this vehicle, passengers, will be passengers, right? See, so advantage of this vehicle outweigh the disadvantage. So they're asking advantages more or disadvantages more, right? That's what they're asking. The students like started, it is assumed that each of the cars, buses as well as trucks will be run without any driver in upcoming days. So as they're saying in the future, so upcoming days, the passengers will be the only human being into this transport. I believe that the merits of driverless car vehicles outstrip the demerits. So that's how you can really write. I want to really show you another example, if I can get some time here. This one, like the question is, university should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. So accept equal numbers of male and female in every subject, not one subject, not two subject, every subject there should be same number of male, same number of female. So that starting with, in my opinion, men and women should have the same educational opportunities. However, I do not agree with the idea accepting equal proportion of each gender in every university subject. So see, this student could have write I agree with this statement. That would be a very low scoring writing. Instead of writing that, you just add something there. Instead of just directly saying I agree, you can say, yeah, in my opinion I do not agree, in my opinion I do agree. Why you agree that? Just write a sentence about it and add it up. So that's how you write your second sentence in your writing. So first sentence, rewrite the question. Second sentence, introduce your body. And then in body 1, you will going to start with your topic sentence. So what the topic sentence is? Topic sentence is the sentence that will going to represent your whole paragraph. Means after reading your topic sentence, first sentence of your body paragraph, teacher will going to understand what we will going to discuss. First step, what this student wrote. See, where is it? Here. See, to begin with, started the main disadvantages of automated system is the risk of technical faults, and the unemployment issue. So see, after reading these sentences, what you can understand, what a reader will going to understand, what teacher will going to check this writing will going to understand. This teacher will going to understand, okay, this student will going to talk about the technical faults and unemployment issue. Problem is, a lot of students just write to begin it, there are many disadvantages of using automated system. Done. Full stop. So see, there are hundreds of disadvantages out there, but with what points, with 1 or 2 points you will going to talk about. Teacher will not going to understand if you don't input. It's very important. If you go to your band descriptors, you will going to see they want you to write the main ideas. See, you will going to extend later on, but main ideas, it's very important. You put your main ideas. It's very, very important. You put your main ideas out there. So these are your main ideas. See, technical faults and unemployment issues. So we can understand this student will going to discuss these 2 points in this whole paragraph. Let's see if she does that. The machines can be accurate, but sometimes it faces troubles to operate further. So she started talking about technical faults. Since the system installed on cars or buses is basically a modified robot that cannot always sensor objects or situation as human. Therefore, like in Bangladesh, you can see how people run in front of the cars, right? It's difficult for a robot to understand that. Therefore, unlike events which is not saved in the machinery, it would not be able to take immediate decisions to stop working and stop working. Where flesh and blood man can easily found an alternative to escape. The way people start running like an Usain Bolt in front of the cars and buses and even the bikes, it's super difficult for a robot, right, to identify. So that's what they're saying. The technical faults can really make some problems. What is more, this vehicle without driver can cause massive scares in employment sectors. See, unemployment issues, because in the most populated megacity dealers, significant income come from driving cars along with driver delivery goods throughout the trucks, lorries and so on. Many families will suffer if transport goes in full automated process. So you can see, you put 2 points and you describe that. Why it is important? Because see, if you see what they want you, so they don't want you to write hundreds of tens of tons of ideas. They want you to whatever the idea you have provided there, you extended those ideas. Let's look at here, like ideas are relevant. So first thing, whenever they're going to get an idea, they will see, okay, is it relevant or not? So generally students fit that, like it is relevant. And then here, see, they are talking about like extended. Here they're saying well extended. So after that, they're going to explain or they're going to judge how extended, how well you extended your ideas. After that, you need to support, well supported. That's, see, if you look at the number 6, it's not really important to extend properly. See, main ideas are relevant, but some may be insufficiently developed or may lack clarity, while some supporting arguments and evidence may be less relevant or inadequate. So it's super important for any student. Try to be very careful about it. Whenever you are providing an idea, you must describe those ideas, you must extend those ideas, you must support those ideas. It's super important. If you just provide an idea and do not really describe it, that's difficult. That's really will be very difficult for the student to get a good score. See? Okay, let's go and try to find out like another topic sentence. On the other hand, the disadvantages of driverless car would lessen the risk if road accidents. See, another point is road accidents, and ensure the convenient travel. Another point is convenient travel for who? For children, old people. So see, these are the 2 points they're going to talk about. The student will going to talk about. One is road accident and they're going to convenient travel. If you read further this paragraph, you will see student really properly describe those. Just give you a quick insight. Research shows that greater amount of road disaster by vehicle are man-made mistakes. See, road accident, road disaster. See, road disaster, road accident. Human can distracted easily for various reasons, like driving for many hours, right? Or any kind of mental stresses linked to personal life that leads to severe highway massacre. If you're living in a developing country, then you will see some drivers, maybe for public transport, some drivers driving for 14 hours, 16 hours, even more than that. In the crazy time. Proper trained error-free system is out of this danger, because error-free system will not going to distracted by something. Furthermore, physically challenged people are not able to drive by themselves, so they will as the ill in your senior citizen and kids includes too. So you know that there are some people, those who are disabled, they can't really drive. So if they get the driverless car or the vehicle, it will be very helpful for them. Family members can save that time by using driverless car to reach the child to school, isn't it? If you think about any child or any kind of especially in developing countries, mother, father, they need to drop their children to the school, right? It takes times. So if you have a driverless car, it will be very helpful. You don't even need to give the fee or the driver, keep a driver to take your children to the school, right? It will be helpful for you. It will be helpful for the parents. It will be helpful for the guardians, right? That's what they're saying. Convenient travel. Besides, it will help to reduce the cost of additional driver, which sometimes cannot be trustable. So see, here we are talking about the topic sentence. It's very important you input the main topic or your notes. So first, for this question, the student take the notes. Okay. For advantages, for disadvantages, I'm going to talk about these two. This is one, technical faults. This is two, unemployment issue. Okay. For advantages, I'm going to two options. One is a road accident. Another one is convenient travel. The way I have shown you that taking the notes, right? Like here. So that's how you take the notes, because if you don't take the notes, this sentence will not going to be a good one. If you don't have very good starting in the body paragraph, it will be super difficult for you to get the score. So you make sure you take the notes. Okay, you make sure. All right, so you're done. So you take the notes. Your topic sentence one will going to be like that. First step, if you want to convert this one, what will be your sentences? Right, the first sentence, taking risk. So you can start, in my judgment, taking risk can really bring a lot of positive sides in human beings' life, especially for career growth and a personal relationship like marriage. Okay, done. Then teacher will going to understand, okay, this student will going to talk about the, because taking risk of personal life, there are like hundreds of positive sides. Personal life, hundreds of positive sides, right? You cannot say more, you cannot say a lot. So you just tell the teacher, guide the instructor will going to check your copy. See, writing is not just a writing, it's a communication. Through your writing, you are communicating with your instructor, aren't you? So it's very important you have a very good communication. You are telling the teacher, okay, these are the 2 points I'm going to talk about. The first sentence of your paragraph. In the second body paragraph, you again changing career and migration. You start with that, so the teacher will going to understand, okay, these are the two topic teacher will the student will going to discuss. It's not mandatory to have 2 points. If you have capability to write 1 points and describe 1 points properly, then write 1 points. There is no problem about it. I want to show you one example of it. Where I can get it. Here it is. I like this one. The university should accept equal numbers male and female students in every subject. So this student didn't really agree. So this student will going to talk about, okay, male and female students in every university subject. So in whole paragraph, in whole writing, the student will going to disagree. But in the first, see, in the topic sentence, what she wrote or he, having the same number of men and women on all degree courses is simply unrealistic. Simply unrealistic. So see, it's simply unrealistic. So we can understand in this paragraph, this student will going to discuss why it is unrealistic. So let's see if she can do that. Students' numbers on any courses depend on the core applications that the institution receives. So they're saying it will always going to depend on the applications. How many applications did you receive? First step, think about it. First, university A, they want to take admissions for X subject. Okay, first this is a subject name. They want to take first 350 male and 350 female. But for the male, they got first 480 applications. For the female, they got 338 applications. So now if they want to take like 350 male and female, it is not really possible, because they didn't get even enough applications from one gender, so they cannot take like equal gender now. So that's what they're saying. If university decide to fill courses with equal numbers of males and female, it would need enough applicants of each gender. In reality, so they want to prove the unrealistic, they are writing in reality. It's called coherence. Many courses are more popular with one gender than other, and it would not be practical to aim for equal proportion. For example, they're giving an example. Nursing courses tend to attract more female applicants, and it would be difficult to fill those courses if 50% of the places needed to go to males, right? If you say the males to read the nursing, most of the cases they will not. Even there are some subject girls like the most, there are some subject guys like the most, so that happens. So what I said, like 1 point, and that student have the capability to describe 1 point properly. In the second point, what she write, apart from the practical concerns expressed above, I also believe that it would be unfair. So we can understand in this paragraph this student will going to describe why and how it can be unfair. So let's see. And represent university courses on gender. University should continue to select the best candidates for each course according to their qualification. The saying, you need to admit based on the qualification, not other things. So there, in some countries there are quota. First, say because of quota, some person get for say 72, that person and another person got for say 81. So this person have the quota, got the job. This person didn't have the quota, didn't get the job. That happens. So it's really unfair for this person, not only for this person, also for the people who will going to get the service from this person, because they are not getting the service from the best person. That's what they're saying, according to their qualifications. In this way, both men and women have the same opportunities, and applicants know that they will be successful if they work hard to achieve good grades at schools. You think about the university students, most of the university students don't really have that intention or even the motivation to get a very good score, because it is not certain if they get a good score they're going to get a very good job. It's not really certain. Sometimes they get it, most of the time they don't. So they're more serious about going abroad, because they know that if they can go abroad, they're going to have a very good life. And so this is what they're saying. You need to value the qualifications, not other thing, not gender, not other thing. If a female student is the best candidate for a place on a course, it would be wrong to reject her in favor of a male student with lower grades or fewer qualifications. First, in terms of job sector, think about it. One person or one company want to take someone for the job of field work. So they said, okay, field work, let's take a male, right? Let's take a male. Okay, in other cases, maybe a female could have done better. Okay, for reception job, we need someone attractive, let's take a female. Maybe a male could have done better. So they're saying you don't make the judgment, okay, this much point, this much amount I'm going to take male and female. You take the students, take the employee, take the students based on their qualifications, nothing else. So see, this student have the quality to just write 1 point and describe that properly. Most of the case we don't have that. If you just write 1 point and describe that, it's sometimes difficult. First, for this student, if the student write like only technical faults, maybe it would be difficult for her to describe all the way, right? Then some things may be a repeated version of it. So that's the reason I always suggest the students to write 2 points for each body paragraph. For you, if you are capable enough, I suggest you to try both. Try 1 point, try both points, try 2 points for each paragraph, and let's see which one you are doing better. If you can do better with 1 point, okay, go with it. If you're doing better, you can say, okay, no, 1 point is really difficult for me to explain properly. If it is 2 point, it's better for me, and then you write 2 points. So it's up to you. No problem, either of them. So you're done. Now you understand. In the body introduction, you will going to write the question in your own way, then introduce your body, and then your body 1, body 2. After that, you will go into conclusion. See, in the conclusion, it's very important to give a direct answer. Why? Because you see, in 6, they are saying a position is presented. In 7, they are saying a clear position is presented, right? And in 8, we're going to talk about that later. A clear position is presented, but there is something else. So see, it's very important. A clear position is presented. You give a very clear positions. Till now, we didn't give really a direct answer to the question. So in the conclusion part, you will going to give a direct answer to the question. Like here. Also, what the question was? The question was, in the future, bus and trucks driverless, the only people who are traveling inside the vehicles will be the passenger. Advantage is more or disadvantage is more, right? Outweigh the disadvantage. So the student describe the advantage, describe the disadvantage, and after that, in the conclusion, to conclude, the drawbacks of driverless vehicles may bother in some cases, but the benefit that described are definitely. See, these are the words. These are the words really force it. It's very clear answer. It's not like, okay, maybe, no, definitely overshadow those short-term disadvantages. So these are the conclusion you really want to write. to give a direct answer. Let me just review the thing again. First thing first, whenever you will get the question, what you will going to do, you will find out the main topic. Okay, this is my main topic. After finding out the main topic, you understand the question properly, what to cover. Just write it everything. Okay, these are the things I need to cover. And then what you will going to write in body 1, what I will going to write in the body 2. Do the segmentation. And then whatever you will going to write in the body 1, make 2 points about that. Whatever you will going to write in the body 2, make 2 points about that. And while writing, start writing, just start with your introduction and rewrite the question in your own way. I am telling you, don't just try to synonym all the word. Try to understand the question in your own way and write it down. And then in the last section, you just, okay, what the question is asking you, you write that. And then in the body 1, and then start with the topic sentence, the notes. The topic sentence will come from the notes. Whatever the notes you are taking in the body 1, write that in the first sentence of the body 1, in the body 1 paragraph, and then describe those. Whatever the notes you are taking in the body 2, write the notes in the body 2. Yeah, that's how you done in the conclusion. Then you give you the direct answer. Now let me show you how you can really need to handle, or how you should really handle different question types. Okay, let's do it in another class. But try to understand the structure that I have showed you and really try to implement those in your writing. Okay, next one, all other question types, how you can handle. Till then, goodbye.